Hello everybody and welcome to MSU Budget Watch. This is a weekly feature on the SpartanReview.com where we go over portions of the MSU budget, tell you where your money is going. I'm Jacob Bodner, the layout manager and webmaster for the Spartan Review, but for the purposes of this segment, I feel like I need a more fitting title, so I will be referred to as the Senior Budget Analyst for these budget watches. Today's topic, or the word of the day if you will, is tuition. T-U. Can I have it in a sentence, please? Tuition. T-U-I-T-I-O-N. Tuition. A couple questions have arose about tuition lately that I'd like to address in this MSU Budget Watch. The first being, has tuition gone up at the rate of inflation or more than the rate of inflation? As we proved in the last edition of the Spartan Review, right here on page 4, right there, there. Tuition has gone up over the rate of inflation. All the numbers you saw in the print edition of the Spartan Review were adjusted for inflation in 2008 dollars, and even with that, tuition still went up by an average of about $16.31 a year. But let's get into it a little more in depth. Here's a chart of tuition, unadjusted, for inflation from 2003 to 2008. So let's kind of look at 2003. It was $197.50. Then it went up to $206.25, $233.25, $250.50, $255.50, $280, and $311. Now we'll add to this chart what the tuition rate should have been had it simply been adjusted for inflation. So in 2004 it should have been $202.76, 05 $213.24, 06 $240.77, 07 $262.78, and 2008 $290.75. As you can see, that's way above the rate of inflation, what tuition actually is. As a matter of fact, the difference between the actual tuition rate and what the tuition rate should have been simply adjusted for inflation is an average of $15.14 per year. Now, all those tuition dollars are in per credit per semester totals, so that $15.14 difference between the inflation, what it should have been in inflation, and the actual rate comes out to about $423 for a student taking 14 credits for a full year. It's a pretty large sum of money. The next thing that's making the rounds with tuition is the idea of a tuition freeze. Now, a lot of people obviously peeve that tuition's gone up a lot more than the rate of inflation, just gone up, period. So some students have band together and part of ASMSU, and they want to freeze tuition. Now in this particular area, I'm just going to report to you the facts, what the university would lose. You can decide if we should freeze tuition or not, but here's the facts. Facts are, if the university froze tuition and didn't adjust it simply for inflation, so by not adjusting it simply for inflation, they would stand to lose about $11 million and $14 million, somewhere in the middle of there, based upon enrollment, just next year alone. Couple that with a $9 million state funding cut, and you're looking at about $21 million in lost funding just for 1 year. That amounts to about 2.3% of the entire budget. So you can make the decision whether the university could even, budgetarily speaking, freeze tuition or not. Those are the numbers. Make the decision for yourself. We're going to continue our budget watch of the Spartan Review. This is the budget right here. This is the 2008-09 budget. Still looking through it. If you have any questions about the budget or salaries or anything, you shoot us an email at budget@thespartanreview.com. We'll answer them in the Budget Watch segment, and check for the next issue of the Spartan Review somewhere on campus sometime soon. It's very vague, very mysterious. Makes you want to check for it every day, doesn't it?